He's a good boy, aren't you? You're such a ham. Put you in your little napping spot so I can go in and do some training.
So I do, my strength training is usually like 2-ish days a week, then here 5 days a week, and then work, of course, is like 5 to 7 days a week, depending on what needs to happen. And I'm also going to school for digital graphic design, so I have class once a week and homework as well. So, you know, I try to keep myself busy, apparently. Do a little warm up, and then I'll hit the bag, and if Jackson shows up, maybe he'll hit me. I've been training for it as if I would have a fight for the full 8 weeks that we call a fight camp. So I started that, you know, at the beginning of September. I didn't have an opponent scheduled until, was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? So like halfway through the camp. So I've just been doing general, working on all my technique and training up until that point. Then I got the word from Matt with an actual opponent, so, you know, we could do a little more of a specific plan. So since then, Coach has made up his plan, and he just tells me what I need to work on. For me personally, I don't train to fight, I fight because I train. I really love living the warrior lifestyle. I love the fact that it's a solo team sport because I have all of my training partners like Jackson and John and Troy and Jay and Caleb and Glory, and we all push each other. Good morning, Jackson! This is so fun!
Yeah, you can have it if you want.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, an ex gave it to me. I make homemade lattes every morning. When I'm sparring, sometimes I have this philosophy where I don't like to hit people in the head on purpose, hard. So like if I ever like get a good move on somebody where I know it's gonna land clean, sometimes I'll pull it and I'll just make a noise to kind of let them know like, hey, don't hit me back because I just didn't kick you in the head.
Do you guys feel like there's a rhythm to fighting?
I think it's dancing. I don't have any musical background, but yeah. I bet if I danced, I'd be killer at it.
We've got that inner music going even if we don't realize it.
𝙐𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍𝙍 was a really fun fight. He came out with it was really weird. He was he was right here and he literally ran across the cage and threw like a flying knee punch. It was really wild. People don't realize as I was choking him out, because I trapped one of his arms and I was actually arm barring his arm with my legs while I was choking him. So his arm was getting hyperextended while I was choking him. And so he had a lot of hyperextension on his elbow, which you can see if you saw the pictures, but it's funny. So that arm was like this and he was trying to peel my grip, but he couldn't get it and he was literally just flipping me off. You can see in the picture, I'll have to post it. He's literally just flipping me off and then he goes to sleep and his hand goes limp, but yeah, what a warrior. One thing that sparks my interest is the fact that I'm fighting his teammate now, Hassan Al-Saadi, who's also 3-0. And so I'm sure there's this competitive nature. I mean, it's already competitive, but I'm sure he especially wants to get it back because I beat his teammate, so. I have no emotions going on in my head. I'm cool as a cucumber. You can say anything to me, do anything you want. When I'm walking into that cage, I'm emotionless. I'm just focused on one thing, and that's winning.
So this is the old homestead. It's been around. This part of the house has been around since they built it originally in, I believe, 1917, 1918. And my aunt used to live here and she passed on, so now I've taken it over. Everyone has someone in their family where they have that one house they go to for birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. This was that house, so it's pretty cool to be in that house and have those memories and then hopefully continue that to be the place where everyone comes. This is Fox. He is about, 10, 12 weeks old. My son, Jax, is begging me for a kitten. So I finally got him one. He's overjoyed. He's just like you expect. He's like a newborn baby. Just all this energy at nighttime, but during the day he likes to sleep. always wanted to go pro, something I always wanted to do. Also, I like the pro because then I can open up my whole arsenal. I don't have to worry about not throwing elbows or knees to the head. It opens up everything. I'm excited to fight Mike. He's 5'9", but he has over 20 years of experience in the game. I'm honored that he wants to fight. I know he hasn't fought in a long time, but I'm excited to welcome him back. And he said it's going to be his retirement fight, so that's an honor as well, but I'm not going to take it easy on him either. We are in the back, well, we call this the back 40. It's actually 90 acres back here. I guess the fields that are mowed are like 40 acres and the rest is in the trees. This used to be a big chicken farm right up until the 80s, actually. That whole back field that we were in earlier was just that. They had over 1,000 chickens. Funny thing is there's a room upstairs. They call it the hired hand room, because back in the day, right here, the train tracks used to run right there. So hobos or whatever would get off the train looking for work back in the day, and they'd hire them and they'd put them up there and they'd just work on the farm. I predict that I will win because I'm always confident in myself, but I'm not going to make a prediction when. I'm ready, as always. I'm always ready to go 5 rounds. I know it's not a 5-round fight, but I'm always ready to go whatever it takes to get it done. Devin Corson, the champ, and myself are making our pro debuts. I think that's pretty cool, both making it out on the same card on the same night. Miles, the Ice Viking Emery, fighting November 9th on open season in Bangor. Come watch me fight.